Hey, good morning, everybody. John here at Havoc Maker Studio. It is Friday, second Friday in August, and this weekend we are going to see the release of Hexfire, and we're going to see the release of the Thousand Suns and Grey Knights, and some data cards and all that kind of stuff. I think there's some Lord of the Rings. If you're still playing that game, they still are turning out models, so that's yay for you. Congratulations. Maybe I should be covering that some more in the future. Let me know in the comments below. So, big release weekend, and it's also a big pre-order this weekend because we've got the new Kill Team box is going to go on pre-order. And one thing I have not done, and I'm a little remiss on. Let me check my email because I might have the pricing for that. I think I was putting it around $220. If it's under 200, my previous video I was saying if it's under 200 I'll be very surprised. If it's over 220, yikes. But there's a lot that comes in it, but it just seems there's a lot of terrain, but there's not a lot of miniatures to use. So just as I'm checking my email here, just so you guys know, do not, no, better yet, if you can hold off your spending purchase or your impulse buying, just wait to purchase your Orc Commandos or the Deathcore Krieg Veteran Squad until they come out. They already said that those are going to drop, excuse me, sometime after the box drops. So I usually say about 4 to 6 months that they'll drop. So just wait. Sure, you don't want to really, unless you're going to buy that box. But my point is, try to stay away from eBay because they are going to be double, triple, and we've even seen before quadruple the actual value. So I'm just wanting you to be a little careful in buying it. It's still your money. Do what you want, but why spend? I don't know. They're probably gonna be $60 boxes for those miniatures when they do come out. Why spend? I don't know, 120, $180 for the for 10 miniatures when you could just wait a couple months. You obviously have waited this long. What's wrong with waiting just a little bit longer? Okay, so check my email here while I'm trying to draw this out. That didn't have the price. Okay, I've got the price of everything else so far. Da, 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 da. Okay, looks like it might be. I don't have the price of it, but I'm thinking um, my earlier estimation might have been a little wrong. I might have been over about $50, but uh, this could be under $200. I think it might be closer to 160. I don't know. I'm still laying odds that it doesn't matter. It's going to be how much it is. So, regardless, we're looking at $160, $200. Sorry for drawing that out. It was just an afterthought after I went live. So, besides that amazing Kill Team box and some of the accoutrements that are coming alongside of it, there's a lot of other stuff that's going to be coming out between now and the end of the year, the end of 2021. And let's go ahead and talk about that. So some people were upset that Orcs hadn't got their official street release for their Codex unless you purchase the Snagga Boys box, which they thought that was unfair. But you know what? The companies can do whatever they want, guys, with their money. And if you really needed that Orc Codex, you would have bought a Snagga box. You would have done everything you could to get it. Or you could just wait. You've waited this long. It's not going to hurt. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. So, the Orcs are going to officially release in September. As I was saying before, I thought Orcs would be near the end of August, early September. And here they are, early September. Or we know that they're coming in September. And with the amount of Orcs for Warhammer 40,000, amount of the miniatures and the stuff that's going to come out with it, they're going to package the terrain and sell it too. we are looking at probably a 2 to 3 week release. At the very least, I would say 2 weeks, but you never know. September is kind of like September and October ish are kind of like bad months for retail, depending. I know a lot of your friendly local game stores tend to have a bad. Man, it's been so long since I worked at one. Well, 2 years. But September and October tend to be two bad months. I think the ones here in Houston, October tends to be a bad month. I think it's because people are recovered finally from going back to school and whatnot, and then they have to turn around. And now we're coming into November, December, so we're about ready to hit the whole Black Friday month thing, and I don't know, Black Cyber Delta Niner Charlie Tuesdays or Mondays or whatever, and then there's Small Business Saturdays. There's all sorts of buying days in November, and then we got December for Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. I believe Kwanzaa. I think those are the big three that celebrate, and then probably some no offense, but some various other religious holidays that go on during that time. I'm not downplaying them, I just don't know. So so recovery from back to school, which might be a little different this year with the pandemic, and going straight into the holidays. So that's why those months are a little bad. The reason why I'm talking about that is September would probably be a good month to spread that out. That way they've got a nice consistent revenue over the several of the weeks. They're still going to get their money, but if they stretch that out, let's say they do that over 2 or 3 weeks, that can stretch that over at least two pay periods. If they were to wait, say, hey, pre-orders start the second week of September, and then we have them going on the 3rd, the 4th into October. That could be a nice bleed over to help out September and October, which are notoriously bad for retail, is what I'm trying to get at. Also, what we're probably also going to see you don't see anything in there in October, but I think we are probably going to get the Age of Sigmar, the Stormcast Eternals, the Dragons, all that stuff. Pre-orders are probably in September into October. I'm wondering, though, is if Orcs, and you guys let me know in the comments down below, are Orcs going to have a bleed over into October, as GW has repeatedly failed to do? I mean, it's Orctober. I don't care if you guys came up with it or not, man. Just take advantage of it. It's Orctober. And you've got Orcs releasing. Have them go on pre-order, say the end of September, which I know is going to hurt Orc players because you've been waiting so long. But just wait until the last week of September, put it on pre-order, and then that first week of October, I mean, it's too late now. They're already doing what they're doing. But that first week of October, which is the October 2nd, so you put them on pre-order September 25th for a release on October 2nd, and then you've got Orctober, and you can celebrate that month with images and releases and everything. Maybe even to split a little bit into September and a little bit into October, all the releases. That way you can signify that Games Workshop has put their stamp of approval on Orctober, and they're claiming it. I mean, they're not going to be able to copyright it, but come on, man, just celebrate it like the rest of us. Orctober. It's perfect. You're welcome, Games Workshop. So right now, October is kind of up in the air. I don't imagine too much for a 40K release unless it's on the tail end of the Orcs coming out. So maybe some Kill Team. I doubt it, since this is all about Warhammer 40,000. Well, it's probably going to be a big Age of Sigmar release month, since we have August and September being 40K related. Black Templars, we already seen them, the new Emperor's Champion, which we picked out last year based on our predictions and our sources saying, hey, there is a new Emperor's Champion. I already did a video on that somewhere down below. I'm still on the fence with him, like, it's an okay model. It's just not inspiring to me in regards to Black Templar. Now, is that going to be the only model? Probably not. They're going to get a book, and if I was to guess, me personally, if I was to guess based on the size of this book, this Codex supplement, it's probably going to be a $40 book. There's not going to be $40 worth of content in it. It's just Games Workshop are going to put all those Codex supplements up another $10 from their $30 that they are right now. So like I have Codex Ultramarine in the other room, and it was $30 when I get it. It's $30 on the website. If Black Templar is $30, I'm personally going to be surprised. Just be ready for a $40 Codex supplement, which isn't worth it. But if you're a Black Templar fan, it's worth it. And then, of course, their $80 awesome full art cover on the back and the front, limited special super edition. That the only thing that's super special edition about it is that it's got a special cover that's worth double the price. Anyways, and then the big news that we got was, hey, December, we're going to get 2 more codexes. One's going to be on the Imperial side. One is going to be on the Alien/Chaos side, or Xeno/Chaos. So what could they be? I know some people are already going to be speculating, like, oh, look, there's an image of, you can see the corn symbol there. It's going to be World Eaters. No. It's going to be Tyranids, because there's like a Tyranid skull there. Blah, 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 blah. We've already been through this because I fell victim to that before too. So let's slow down. We know that it's an Imperial Codex, and we know that it is a Tyranid Codex. What is my speculation? I would love to know yours, though. Put that in the comments below. I think Tyranids. Reason why I'm thinking Tyranids will be the Codex mainly is because we have Orctarius that has come out. For the kill team, we have the Orcs. Now, I know it's kind of a weak thing, but we've also seen images of little images, hints here and there of Tyranid miniatures already, which means that they're probably slated to pop up. We haven't seen images for new Craft World Eldar, new World Eaters. We haven't had hints or anything about any of that stuff, but we have had hints about Tyranids. Now, the other book, some people are going to say it's going to be Astra Militarum, because we have Deathcore Krieg. I am a 50-50 mix on this. The reason why I don't think it is, I think it's going to be something probably related to the Inquisition. And I know that's going to be stretching it, but we've seen a lot of imagery out there for a lot of gadgets and non-standard military-looking equipment and miniatures for their, whatever they call their sneak peek machine. And I get the impression that it might not be Imperial Guard. It might be like, I'm just going to call it the Imperial Agents book. So Inquisitors and Assassins all under one book. The only other reason why is because we do have rumors that there's going to be a new Inquisitor Cryptman model that it's going to be going alongside the Orcs, the Tyranids, the Kill Team box, and some of the upcoming Warzone campaign books in regards to Orctarius and such. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. That's just a possibility. Now, the other possibility on is being the Astra Militarum. The only reason why I'm holding off on that is because there are strong rumors that there's going to be at least an HQ squad, or the headquarters squad, or command squad. Sorry, command squad. Probably some characters, and I shouldn't say probably. That's what the rumors are. And then Deathcore Krieg heavy weapons, and the Rough Riders. And that also includes their characters that are going to be tossed in there as well. So it would behoove them to wait until January. And I talked about this before, that January, we go ahead and at Las Vegas Open, do their Games Workshop reveal, go, hey, look, here comes the new Deathcore Krieg plastic models that are going to go in the new Astra Militarum book. Is it a guarantee? No, it's a rumor. So take it with a pinch of salt. The other option I saw them just kind of tossing in, if not an Imperial Agents book, I really feel that it could be just an Imperial Knights book, because they don't have to make any miniatures. All they have to do is crank out a book, crank out data cards, pat everybody on the butt, get them out the door. I think that is probably the most likely. And the Imperial Agents is a long shot, but it makes sense to some degree. And also, I think the Astra Militarum is somewhere in between there. So I would say Imperial Knights first. That's my first guess. And then we're going to get announced Astromil sometime in January, which we'll probably see them by March, the end of the quarter. So March going into the next quarter, April, May. So that way they can have a nice big round out the second half of the their fiscal year, not our fiscal year. All right, I hope all that made sense. So later today, I'm working on another video for how to play Marvel Crisis Protocol. This one's going to be centered around Team Tactics cards. I'm going to be showing some cards that just recently got released, and a couple, I want to say they're sneak peeks, because they're not really official reveals, but they were revealed during the live stream. So I'm not sure if that counts as an official reveal because it wasn't on their webpage, but it was on their Twitch stream. Anyway, so we got some good shots of those, and we're going to talk about not only those cards and the merit of those cards for Marvel Crisis Protocol and how exciting this is, but we're also going to give you a nice breakdown of how these cards operate. So it'll be a shorter video than the previous ones, but it's going to be ideal for you to understand the Team Tactics cards, because I've already done one on how to make your team roster, and we've already done one talking about the crisis cards, your mission cards, and how to select those. So the next big thing that we should talk about are the Team Tactic cards, because these three topics are what you are needed to create your game, to get that scenario going, those missions going, to be able to sit down and play or stand up and play, however it works. So the other thing that we're doing today, I'm hoping I'll be able to do today, because I've got a lot of painting to do, is I've got a copy finally for the, let's see here. There it is. The Anime 5e 5th edition fantasy role-playing adventures. I know it looks a little cartoony, but it's anime. So if you're not familiar with 5th edition is, it's in regards to Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I've talked about this before in previous videos for RPGs, but this now is centered on having an anime flavor, background, genre, whatever, to it. So if you have a favorite anime and you want to recreate it with Anime 5e, we got you covered. So I'm going to take a good long read about it, because there's a lot of content, and I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And, I'm looking at the images and kind of geeking out and going, oh my God, we could do this animate this way. It'd be so awesome. So it's done by the Discami Publishing out of Canada. They're responsible really for the Big Eyes, Small Mouth RPG, which has their 4th edition out there. That came out last year. They also have a variety of other related games that basically comes through. They're basically the North America anime RPG maker or game maker when it comes to anything really anime, manga, light novel related. So we're going to cover that in I think a fairly detailed. I can't show everything, but I'm going to figure out the best way to reveal all that information. So watch for that either later today or tomorrow. And tonight we are going to be painting a bunch of miniatures. I'm not sure what, but we are going to be doing some stuff on Twitch. So I think that's it. You guys have yourself a wonderful Friday. Please stay safe. Please, 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 please. If you're driving in the cruising lane, that's your far left lane on the highway, and you got a stack of people behind you, get out of the way. Just get out of the way, because you know that you're already messing up. Get out of the way, unless you're law enforcement. If you are a cop and you have a host of people behind you in the cruising lane, then you know what, you do you, boo. But if you are not law enforcement, get out of the way and let the flow of traffic go. You're not responsible for them speeding. You're not responsible for enforcing the law. In fact, you are putting lives in danger, including your own, and you're hindering the flow of traffic. And cops have pulled people over for doing that. So do yourself a favor, stay out of the cruising lane unless you're trying to, not the cruising lane, I'm sorry, the passing lane. That's the far left lane. Stay out of the far left lane unless you're passing somebody or you got open road and there's nobody around you. But if somebody's coming up behind you and they're flashing their lights, get out of the way. Get out of the way, crazy. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you hopefully in about an hour or so. Get another video out. See you guys later.